So standing at the back of your mat, grounding down through your feet. We're gonna do a little bit of balance because really Pilates is about getting your body sorted out for when you're walking around all day. Because we aren't just laying around and having to activate abs. We're really activating our core so that we can move through our day efficiently. So feet underneath your pelvis, just noticing where your posture is to start. And just kind of shift your weight forward and back. Just kind of see what it feels like, where it feels good, where you're feeling unstable. And then just a little shift side to side. And just kind of notice where your body's catching, what you're feeling. And then bring it back to center where you're grounding down through your feet. All the big toe mound presses down, pinky toe. Heel presses down. And then finding some lightness in your arch. Let that energy of the arch come all the way up and through inner thighs. So feel the energy happening through your legs. And that energy lifts up into your pelvic floor. And once your pelvic floor starts to activate, you start to feel your lower abs start to tighten. Your belly button draws in towards your spine. Your spine pulls towards your belly button. So your low back curve is maintained. Your ribs are knitting together. You just let your arms release by your sides. And just feel like you could grow a little bit longer and taller. From pressing the floor down, you can reach the top of your skull all the way up to the ceiling. Now take a nice big inhale up. And exhale it out. One more time, big inhale up. Exhale, bring the arms down for one moment. Let's bring them onto your hips and then just shift slightly into your left foot and just float your right knee up. Any amount. And try to use your abs. And we're gonna do this again at the end of class. So I want you to see how does your balance feel right now. So any amount off of the floor. And then gently place that foot down. Bringing your weight back to center, left foot. Any amount up off the floor. Trying to keep the hips still. The abs are starting to work. Notice that all your muscles coming from your center. And then bring that foot down one more time. Big inhale up. And then dive over to your toes with that. And run the knees out. Let your head hang. Let everything go. And then we'll begin to walk the hands out to your plank position. So finding your plank here. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. And just roll forward on your toes. So you reach your shoulders over your wrists. And then press your heels back. Reach forward on your toes. And press back. One more time. Start to energize through your belly. And then bring it back to center into downward dog. Lifting the sits bones high. And just gently run the knees out. So finding a little stretch here since it's fresh in the morning. And then bring it back to center. And then roll your spine back forward into your plank. Engage your abs, let your shoulders away from your ears, firming up your whole body. And then back into your downward dog. Let's take 2 more times like that, using your breath. Flow whatever feels good for you. Long neck when you get to your plank. And then back into the downward dog. One more time. And we'll meet back in the downward dog. Holding it there for a moment. And let's lengthen the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee over the hip, and just stretch out through your right oblique. So making this about a stretch. Letting the weight of the leg open you up to the right side body, and then square the hips, bringing that foot right back down to the mat. And then lengthen the other leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. And let's bring it all the way back to center. And then roll that forward to your plank and hold your plank position. Slide the shoulders away from your ears. Draw the abs up and in, float the right leg up, point the toes. Get longer through the crown of your head and through your toes. Pull your abs in, square your hips, and then lower that leg down. Float the left leg up, hold, square the hips. Slide the shoulders down, wrapping the ribs up and in. Pull your belly up and in, and then lower that foot down. Come to your knees, press back, take a breath in child's pose. Oh, I'm finally back on my knee again, friends, and I feel so much better that I can actually stretch here. And then rolling yourself back up and onto your hands and knees, taking it into your cat stretch, grounding your spine, drop the head, drop the tail, inhale, exhale, into your cat. And again, into your cat. See that your knees are underneath your pelvis and into your cat. Wide through your collarbone. Let's meet back in neutral spine, so we're at center. Make sure the hands are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the pelvis. Actually first just let your abs hang out, let your belly hang. And then with your breath, magnetize your belly button up into your spine. So no movement happens, we just soften the belly here, and then activate deep abdominal muscles. Slide the shoulders with your ears. One more time. Soften your belly, and then use your breath to draw the belly up into your spine. Keep that, and extend the right arm and the left leg at the same time. Lengthen through the fingers and the toes, keeping the hips squared. Shift your weight a little bit into that left hand so you're not reaching and just leaning into your right side, and then gently bring the hand and knee right back to the floor, lengthen at the same time. And then other side, you lengthen. Holding here for a moment to set up, slide the shoulders with the ears, wrap the ribs in, draw the abs in, firm the glutes, lengthen out those toes a little bit more, and then bring the hand and knee back down. We'll take 4 more with your own breath, moving opposite arm, opposite leg, and then back center. So at a pace that feels comfortable and stable for your body, that's allowing your core to do the work. Your abs are drawing up and in. Checking in that the foot that's on the floor isn't stabilizing you, it's your abs stabilizing you. About 2 more each way, wherever you're at with your breath. Keeping that cup of coffee balancing on your sacrum. Trying to not let it tilt side to side as you move. We're going to meet with the right arm and the left leg extended. You're going to bend your right elbow, pulling the elbow back and around the shoulder, and then pull your left knee up in line with your hip, and then press it back forward. Bend and pull the leg up inside, so you're like a lizard almost. And pull in and extend. One more time, get that little half lizard pose going, and then bring it back to center, bring your hand and the knee right back down. Shifting other side, lengthen, hold, find your stability, and then pull the left elbow back and down the shoulder, and pull your right knee up and down your hip, and extend. Finding that you're stabilizing through your center, checking with your left foot that it's not doing all the work to balance you. One more time. And bringing it all the way back to center, bringing the knee down and round your spine. Drop your head, drop your tail. And then with your breath into your cow, shine your heart forward, widen your collarbone. And back into neutral to roll your toes under. Draw the low abs in so much that you just cover the knees and inch up off of the mat. And find your stability here. Shift your weight slightly forward. Widen your collarbone. Send your sits bones long behind you. Can you draw your low abs up and in? Can you start to activate up on your pelvic floor to help stabilize you? And then lower the knees right back down. Rotating the eye of the elbow so it's facing forward so you can get into our triceps. Come back into the hover, magnetize the abs in, hover the knees up. Shift your weight slightly forward, micro bend the elbows backwards, straighten the elbows. Halfway back and straighten. So it's a little bend backwards and straighten. Keep lengthening out of your neck. Lengthening out of your sits bones for 3, 2, and last one, knees down. So the shoulders with the ears. If it's too much on your wrist, sit this one out, we're almost done. Last one here, you stay with those first 2 options, or we'll be lifting the leg up. Draw the abs in, hover the knees up. Right knee, pull into your belly, extend the leg long, squeeze the glute, drop in, extend, squeeze. 3 more like that. So very strong with that leg as it extends. 2. And last one, back to your hover, hold. Left knee into the chest, extend, squeeze. In, extend, squeeze. So finding that length, find the activation. 2 more. The right knee's in that hover. Come back to your hover, hold for 3, 2. Last one, knees down, press that child's pose. Hopefully now we're awake. And then roll yourself up and out onto your belly. Coming all the way down, folding the forearms together. And just shake your pelvis out. Let go of any tension. Take a breath here, and then just settle the pelvis in so your hip bones and pubic bone find their way to connecting down into the mat. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Magnetize your belly button up, just how we did when we were in our cat-cow position in neutral on all fours. We let our abs soften, and then we activate. One more time. Let the abs soften, and then they magnetize up. Feel how you've got a little more length in your low back, and then we float the right leg up, activate the glute, and lower left leg. Alternating sides with your breath. Shoulders relax away from the ears. So it's a lot easier to find your abs activated when they have some feedback from the floor. So you can feel your belly pulling up off of the mat if you don't want to let your abs hang out on the floor. One more single leg. And then let the legs rest. Reach the arms out to the front. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. And we're going to float right arm and left leg up. And lower it down. Left arm, right leg. So the neck is just lengthening out of your spine. So it's not hanging out on the floor. It's just staying long. It's a little hover. It's an extension of the spine all the way up into elbow. Last one, single arm, single leg. Now if it feels good, draw those abs in, wrap your ribs in, and float both arms and legs off the mat. Now lift just the right arm and the left leg, and come back to that hover. Just the left arm, right leg, and hover. Side shoulders away from the ears. So get long, but really find the length from your center and stabilizing through your center. Last one, and then we start to swim. We go kick. Long neck, drawing the belly button up. You're lifting up out of your pelvic floor, so you're pulling those low abs in. You're keeping your pelvis stable. Wrap the ribs in. Magnetize your belly button up. Squeeze your glutes for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower everything back down. Refold the arms. Shake your pelvis out. And then we'll connect the heels together. Bend the knees. Flex your feet. Kick the thighs up off of the mat. Like you can push your heels to touch the ceiling, and then lower the thighs down. Connect, push the thighs up and lower. So you're holding something in between your heels. Push the heels together as you just lift. Your knees are as wide as your pelvis. Lift and lower. Shoulders relax. Abs are the first thing to activate in the glutes. And then lift and hold. Extend the legs long without dropping the thighs. Rebend the knees, connect the heels, float the thighs up. Extend the legs long without dropping your thighs. Rebend the knees, connect the heels, push the heels to the sky. You lengthen. Draw the abs in and lift. Shoulders relax. One more time. Extend, in, lift, hold, pull your heels closer to your booty and tiny pulse up. Firming up the glutes because they are a part of keeping us strong and walking around for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, and lower the thighs down. Let your legs be long. Shake your pelvis out. Lengthen your arms out long in front of you again. Keeping the legs out on the mat. Draw the abs up in. We're going to float the arms float the arms up. And then pull the elbows back towards the body. And then extend the arms long. Pull the elbows towards the body. And extend long. One more time. Pull the elbows towards the body. Extend long. Rebend the arms. Lower everything back down. We're going to do the same thing, just with the legs incorporated as well. So draw the abs up and in. Connect your pelvis into the mat. And then float arms and legs off the mat. Reach your arms long and pull your elbows into your body. And extend. Use those lats. Pull in and extend. 3 more. And reach. 2. Pull your abs up. 1 more. Lengthen, hold. Rebend the arms. Lever, lower everything down. And now it's supposed to be lower everything down, not low everything down. Shake it out. And we'll press back to our jaws close. Take a breath. Let the arms go a little bit longer. Let the knees be wide, dropping your chest to the floor. Find some length in your spine. Let's walk the hands over to the right. See a little more opening through your left side body. Breathing into the space between the ribs on the left side. 1 more breath. And then walking you back to center. Other side. I don't know about you guys, but I love this one. That opening you get through the side, open up that space between the ribs, feels so nice. Expand the lungs. And bring it all the way back to center. Roll yourself all the way up, and let's come to sit on your bum. Have your ring handy, because I think because I don't know where it would have went. I'm sure it's already by you, but I think we'll be using it soon. So let's sit up tall, get on the mat. Hip width apart, so just how we checked out the alignment of our feet from the beginning when we were standing, same thing here. Grab behind your thighs to help lift and lengthen you up. Roll your shoulder blades down. You drive your sits bones down and get longer through your spine. Feel your abs all right here starting to work. We tuck the pelvis to roll back halfway. Starting to wake up that transverse abdominis from this side now and come to sit. Even though I know it's awake, you can release your arms, roll, and lift. Roll back halfway, hold it. Slide the shoulders down, so there's no tension in the upper body. Draw your belly button in, and then just reach your right arm up to the sky, and bringing it back to center, and left. Using your breath, as your arm reaches above your head, your shoulder blade slides away from your ear. Pull your belly button in. One more time. Can you get a little bit longer through your spine, even though we're rounded? We're not compressing. We're lengthening and bringing it all the way back to center. And then vertebra by vertebra, let's place our spine down into the mat. Take a long stretch with the arms. Keep the knees bent where they are. And then reach the hands back up over your shoulders, still with the beach ball in your hand. Draw the abs in and roll up to that halfway point we were just hanging out at. We're at our halfway. And just twist your torso over to the right. Rotating through the rib cage and rotate back to center. And twist to the left. So it's about the torso. The arms are staying exactly how they are in front of the body. The arms are just going along for the ride. The rib cage is twisting one more time each way while the pelvis stays still. Last one, up to the left, bringing it all the way back to center, and then place your spine down into the mat. Release your arms down, and let's grab what you got, your ring or your block, and let's bring it above the chest. Slide the shoulder blades away from the ears. Wide collarbone, and just give it a squeeze. If you have the block, have it the long way, the most length. Squeeze and release. So starting to feel that wrapping of the rib cage together to squeeze the arms. Can you find that activation? Holding it right here, and we just curl the head, neck, and shoulders up, keeping your pelvis still, and then lower back down. So you want to keep your spine in neutral as you just lift head, neck, and shoulders, and lower back down. So as one unit, you fold forward from the rib cage without losing any length in your spine. Two more, soft through your jaw, just to be able to get the upper abs working. Last one, hold it. We're on the lift, and we do little squeezes of the ring to the front. Keep your pelvis heavy. Start to lift up out of your pelvic floor. Make sure your cup of coffee can balance on your low abs for 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower it all the way back down. Placing the ring on the floor that's behind your head, not underneath your head, but behind it. The block would be the tall way, and bring your hands onto the other edge of the ring. We're just gonna, well first, slide the shoulders into the ears. Is your body in neutral? Make sure that your sacrum is heavy, hip bones are in line with your boot bone. You have that little bit of space underneath your low back. Wrap the front ribs together, press your back bottom ribs down, and then just press with the back of the arms from the triceps to press the ring down, and then let it slightly come up. Press it down, and it slightly comes up. So try not to have a lot of tension in your upper body. Can you get into your back body? Press the back of your skull a little bit more into the mat. Now hold the ring down and bring your right leg into tabletop. Extend the right leg straight, release the ring, press the ring, draw the knee in. Lengthen the leg, open the ring, press it in. Lengthen, sinking your abs deep. The leg lengthens straight out, and then it draws back in. One more time. And then hold the ring down and place the foot back down. Bring the left leg up without disturbing the pelvis. Extend the leg, release the ring, squeeze the ring, draw the knee in. In a moment, we'll be going with both legs. I know you're like, Pilates Hotties, we can do both legs, but let's just get the transverse abdominis sorted out. And then we hold it in, place that foot back down. Release the ring, press, bring the right leg up into tabletop. Bring the left leg up into tabletop without losing the neutral pelvis. And we'll still do single leg to start. Press the ring down, extend the right leg, and return it back in. Press the left leg out, press the ring, and back in. Alternating legs to start, just giving the ring a little press. Hold the elbows towards each other, keep the collarbone wide. Press the back bottom ribs down to mat. If you feel like you're losing neutral, keep the leg going higher towards the sky. You don't have to have it go low, but if you feel like you're super solid this morning, then take the leg a little bit lower. Let's do 2 more each way for single leg. Wrapping the ribs in, using your breath, last one. Bring it all the way back to center, and bring the legs down. Reset into your neutral, whatever you need to do to reset, and then we'll bring the legs one at a time back into tabletop. Keep the pelvis in neutral, lift up out of your pelvic floor, and now both legs lengthen, squeeze the ring, and bring it back in. Maybe the legs aren't gonna go as low as when it was single leg. You determine what's best for your body. My legs don't wanna go as low today. Shoulders relax. Lengthen, you got 3. So you press the ring down as you push the legs out, 2. And last one, hold the legs out, bring the legs to the sky. Hold, keep pressing the ring down. We're gonna open the legs and then bring the legs just put back together. We're gonna go open, close, open, close. Long legs. 3, just getting a little inner thigh, wake up, a little stretch and activation. Last one, bring the legs up, bend the knees in, place the feet all the way back down. Let's take the ring now and place it in the inner thighs now that we're getting them awake. Place the feet back to hip width apart, ringing the thighs. My ring is no longer even remotely a ring shape, so it's extra hard to just keep it in place. Relax the arms down, relax the shoulders, and we'll start to squeeze the ring and slightly release. Squeeze and release. Feet are hip width apart. Ground your feet into the mat, pressing the big toe mound down, pinky toe down, heel down. Find that lightness in your arch. So same posture we had with the feet when we were standing, same thing here. So try not to let them open and close. Ground your feet and then find the inner thighs. Press in and release. Careful that there's no tension creeping into your upper body. Pull the abs in. Are your ribs wrapping together? Press the back bottom ribs onto the mat. And give the back of your skull a little press into the mat. So you get a little feedback to the back of the body. Hold the ring tight and tiny press in. Can you lift up out of your pelvic floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, release. One more time, squeeze, hold, press in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Release, take the ring out, place the ring over to the side. We're gonna take the hands up to the sky, widen through the collarbone. Let's bring the right leg to tabletop, left leg up to meet it, squeeze the thighs towards each other, and now exhale, press the hands towards the hips, extend your legs in a high diagonal. Pull the knees back to tabletop as the hands go back up over the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, press, lift, lengthen, hold, and bring it back in. This one stays up for the hundreds. Inhale, exhale, lengthen, hold, lengthen the legs, and we'll keep the legs parallel, start pumping arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So coming with your breath. Each exhale is creating a deeper abdominal activation, creating the inter-abdominal tension. Incorporating your pelvic floor in with your diaphragm. Maybe the legs go lower towards the floor. Maybe the legs stay tabletop. You decide where you want to be. Inhale. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. And exhale. Squeeze the thighs towards each other. 2 more sets. Inhale. Big. Inhale. Big. And then we hug everything in and relax. Head rock side to side. And bring it all the way back to center. Let's grab the ring again. Bringing the right leg to tabletop. Place the ring on the right thigh and then the right hand on the other side of the ring. And start to just press them together and release. You also, if it feels better, could be on your forearm. Wherever it feels good for the length of your body. You press in and release. Now hold the ring in, slide the shoulder away from the ear, and bring the left leg to tabletop. Bring your left arm up to the sky. Continue to keep your pelvis in neutral. Squeeze the ring, and then extend the left side away from the body. So arm and leg long, and then bringing it back in. Just keep putting tension on the ring. Left side, you extend and in. So both left arm and left leg are reaching long away from the body. The right thigh and right hand or arm is pushing the ring together for 4, 3, lengthen, and resist, bring it in. 2, if this does not feel good on your wrist, use your forearm. 1 more. And bring everything back to center. Place the leg down, place the right leg down, and then let's switch sides. Left leg in the tabletop, left arm, hand, whatever on the ring. And then relax the right side down to the mat for the moment, and we just squeeze the ring and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and hold, right leg to table, right hand up over the shoulder. Staying in neutral, press, put tension on the ring as you lengthen the right arm, right leg away from the body and drag it back to center. Moving slow and controlled, press, lengthen long and in. Your pelvis is working to stabilize. That's where your abs are coming in. Also, your back muscles are working. The whole unit is working together for 4. Relax the shoulder away from the ear. I know my left shoulder started to get a little tension in it. 2. Use your breath. 1 more, lengthen, drag it back to center, place the ring down, place the ring down, put the ring to the side. Let your legs go long for a moment, let your arms go long, shake everything up. Inhale and exhale, let's take the hands up to the sky, widen the collarbone, beach ball in the hands, roll yourself up, 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 over to your toes, diving over, take a stretch forward, just melt over your body for the first time. Taking a little stretch here. And then come back up to sit tall. And let's come into rolling like a ball. It's one of my favorites. I really love rolling like a ball, so that's why we're back into it again. And now that you're at home on a comfy floor, hopefully. So heels are coming. Actually, if you have your, whatever you have, if you want, you can bring it in between. So your choice, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. My ring might not actually even work, but we're gonna see. And arms out. Heels together, draw the abs in, relax shoulders away from the ears. Keep the heels in, especially if you have whatever your device in between your legs. Roll and come up to balance on your sits bones without letting your heels touch. I don't know about you guys, but I'm slipping and sliding all over this one. Roll and come up and balance. So the nice thing about having something right there between the calves and the hamstrings is now your legs can't go flying away from you, and your abs are even more into working. Let's do 1 more. Squeeze what you got. Come all the way up. Balance and hold. We'll take that out, put it to the side. Extend the left leg long. Frame the right knee. Roll. Come back up to balance and switch left. Roll back to the shoulder blades. Come up, bounce into sit bones and switch. Right leg is in. Roll. So in the single leg stretch with a little roll. Just for some fun this morning. And if you hate it like this, you all know how to do single leg stretch laying on the mat in a neutral spine. Let's do 2 more each way. So your decision if you would like to just stay doing traditional single leg stretch, feel free to do that on the mat. Otherwise, you just add a little roll with it this morning. 1 more each way. Last 1. And bring it all the way back up, and both legs in tabletop. Roll the shoulders down and hold. We're going to tap the right toes towards the floor. You can still hold, and then left. 1 more with the hand support. And if you don't want your hands on the back of your thighs, arms forward and just toe tap. And toe tap. So even though we are rounded in the spine, I want you to lift and lengthen up out of your pelvis. Let's do 1 more each way. And bring both legs up. And then slowly start to roll your spine down. Vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. Until you're all the way down, and then just give your knees a hug, let your head rock side to side. Take your knees, stir them in the hip sockets to let go of any hip flexor tension. And then we'll come into double leg stretch. Reverse your circle. And we'll bring it all the way back to center. Legs to table. Reach the hands to the sky. Your spine is in neutral. Wide collarbone. Inhale on your exhale. Float the head, neck, and shoulders up your knees, past your knees. Extend the arms and legs long, 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 long. Hold for a moment and then exhale, bring it to center. Inhale, find all that length, the shoulders down, and then circle, bring it back to center. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Lengthen. Zip the abs in, and bring it back to center. 2 more like that. Reach the arms and legs long, circle, bring it in. 2, you always have the option to have your head down the entire time, bringing it all the way back to center, and relax. So if at any point your neck is feeling stressed out, always just bring your head back down to the mat. Bring the legs in one at a time to tabletop. Reach the hands to the sky. Inhale on your exhale. Float the head, neck, and shoulders up. Extend the legs up to the sky. Lengthen your left leg. Grab gently behind your right thigh. Give a little double pull. Inhale, exhale. Switch pull. Inhale. Exhale. So you have the choice where your hands are going to be. Do you want them behind the thigh? Do you want them up towards the ankle? Do you want them reaching forward, hovering 1 inch above the mat, or do you want them back alongside your ears? The leg does a double pull in when it's up. Pull, pull. Scissor, pull, pull. So your choice wherever you would like to be. Let's do 3 more each way. Inhale. And exhale. This is a little double pull. Inhale. Inhale, quick snip, snip. Exhale, and then pull. Inhale, up. Let's do 1 more each way. I think I lost count. Bring both legs up. Hug the knees in. And relax. Let your head rock side to side. Coming in to double gently lower. So let's reset, getting the pelvis heavy into the mat. Make sure you're in neutral. Fingertip touch behind the ears. Let's bring 1 leg at a time to tabletop. Keep the pelvis in neutral as you inhale, exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Lengthen your legs to the sky. Before we go anywhere, let's just give a little bit of a push in the back of your head into your hands and lift a little more from your upper abs. So your head is heavy in your hands. For this one, we'll completely go to the toes bar just a slight bit and lengthen your legs long away from your body wherever you can maintain. And then drag the legs up from your low abs. As the legs lift, your butt gets heavier. Lengthen the legs out, squeeze the heels, and drag the legs back up. The legs are even heavier on that lift. With your palm against resistance. Lift, 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 lift. Keep your butt heavy, not letting your butt lift. 3 more. Can you keep that cup of coffee in your low abs so still? Can you firm up that area that is supporting that cup of coffee on your low abs? That's coming from your pelvic floor. We've got 1 more Pilates Hotties. You can do it. Lengthen, draw the abs in, lift, 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 and then hug everything in your relax. Breathe. And we'll bring the legs back to tabletop. Bring the elbows wide to the sides. Inhale, on your exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders up. Let's extend both legs long. You also could do this with legs in tabletop. Pull the right knee in as you pull the left shoulder up, up, up and over, and bring it back to center. You pull the left knee in as you pull your right shoulder up, up, up and over, and bring it back to center. So we're doing this with the legs extended variation, but you could also have your legs in tabletop and then extend a leg out. So your choice wherever you would like to take it for today. Let's do 3 more. Come up and over. Up, reach. Think about the opposite shoulder lifting a little bit higher, keeping your elbow wide to the sides, keeping the pelvis still. You got 1 more each way. Up, over, and twist. Up, over, twist. Bring it all the way back to center and hug all the way in. And relax. Take a long stretch. Let everything go into the mat. Can you make your right side a little longer than your left? Getting more length from your hip to your rib on your right side. And then other side. And bring it all the way back to center. Let's bring the hands down alongside the body, bring the feet to the mat. Feet are hip width apart, let's set up for bridging. Rounding your feet down, make sure there's nothing underneath your neck, your cervical spine is long. Tuck your pelvis to roll your hips up into your bridge position, pushing your knees to the front of the room and squeezing the glutes. Sequentially rolling your spine down. Inhaling at the bottom, exhale, peeling your hips all the way up to the sky. Wrap the ribs in, lengthen your sits bones further forward as you drag your heels back towards you and then lower all the way back down. Let's do 2 more, full rolling up and rolling down, and then on the third, only on the up. Imagine that your ball or ring or block is in between your thighs. 1 more all the way up and all the way down. And then hold and roll all the way up. Lift up, firm the glutes, firm the hamstrings, lengthen the knees further forward, widen the collarbone, wrap the ribs in, and then just press the hips up to the sky. Press up, hold, up, hold, up, hold. Squeeze, lift, up, hold. Keeping your collarbone opening. Squeeze. And hold the up. Let's lift the heels up, pressing your toes down, tap your butt almost to touch the mat, press right back up and hold. Lower, press, lift, and hold. Down, up, squeeze. Squeeze. 3, firing up the whole back of the leg. 2, last one, lift and hold it, and tiny presses up. We'll press up and hold, squeeze, up, hold, up, hold. For 5. Last one, hold it, drop the heels, feet to the outside edges of the mat. Pull your glute bone slightly towards your face, so you're just making sure you're not sinking into your low back. Collarbone opening, lift your toes. Press your heels down the outside edges of the mat. Tap down, up, squeeze, hold. Down, up, squeeze, and hold. Up, squeeze, down, up, hold. And hold this one on the lift. Tiny presses of your hips to the sky. Press up, up. Keep lengthening forward. Keep tightening up the touch. For 5. Hold it up, drop the toes, walk the feet back to hip width apart. Find your stability here. We're going to keep the hips up as we bring the right leg into tabletop. March the toe down towards the mat and then bring it up to the sky. I just want you guys to know I said bring your right leg up, but I brought my left leg up, so that's where I'm at today. And last one, bring that one up, lift the toes, and then extend that leg to the sky. So you're digging the left heel back, and then little press up, hold, up, reach, up, reach. So it's a lower lift, lower lift. You get the hold at the top. Keep pushing your your sits bone towards the front of the leg that's up. Keep pressing that sits bone forward for 3, 2, last. Hold, place that foot on the mat. Recommit to your hips up. Push your sits bones towards your calves, widen your collarbone, and then bring the other leg into tabletop. Extend, do a toe tap forward, march, and lift. Toe tap down, and lift. So we add that movement to challenge stability. Tap down, and lift. Keep pushing the sits bone forward. And last one, keep the leg up, extend the leg to the sky, lift the toes, point all the pointed toes, extend the leg, and then lower, lift, lower, lift. So you're reaching those left toes up to the sky. Reach the sits bone forward. Up, hold, up, hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last up, hold, place the foot on the mat and hold. Place the feet on, all the feet are on the floor, grounded through the big toe mounts of your pinky through your heel. Finding that lightness in your arch, lift the hips a little bit higher and just little presses to the sky for 10. Press up, hold. Really squeeze, get the icing on the cake here, really squeeze the glutes, squeeze up, hold. Find the hamstrings working too. For 4, 3 wide collarbone. 2, are you wrapping your ribs in? Last one. And then sequentially pressing your spine down into the mat, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down. And then give the knees a little hug. And we'll cross the right ankle over the left knee to stretch through the piriformis glute. So we're threading the hands behind the left leg, pushing the right elbow into the right thigh. Shoulders relax, let your tailbone get heavy, pull the thigh in for one more breath. And extend the left leg up to the sky, get a little bit of a hamstring stretch, so we can change legs with this, again, extend the leg up. And point to flex the foot. Since we're not getting all our good stretches in like before at class, circle that ankle around. And then reverse it. And bring it up center, and then rebend the leg and switch sides. So we're going to pelvis be heavy. Threading the hands, stretching out the glute. Pushing the left elbow into the left thigh, shoulders relaxed. Let's take one more breath there. And then extend the right leg up to the sky. And stretch out that hamstring a little bit. And then point and flex the foot. Loosening up in your calf. And then circle the ankle around. And reverse. And all the way back to center. You can bring that leg back down, placing both feet down onto the mat. Reach the arms long behind you. And then sweep the arms up to the sky. Roll yourself up onto your sits bones. And bring your hands right behind you. Widen your collarbone. Dig your heels down. Tuck your pelvis slightly. And then lift your hips. Shift your weight backwards. Bend your elbows and straighten. So into our triceps here. Bend and straighten. Collarbone stays wide, keeping the neck long, like a turtle with its head coming out of the shell. Okay, guys, so I saw the other day at someone's house, they had 2 little tortoises. Jasmine, like in Marrakesh, that's where you were, right? You were. Either way, so there's little tortoises, and I want to get 2 for on my balcony. What do you guys think? Hold halfway, you can tell me after class little questions. This is where I hate that everyone's on mute, because I feel so alone and talking. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Lower all the way back down. Let's take a quick stretch because we're going to grab the weights. Do you guys think that I should get 2 little tortoises for on my balcony? Wait, it's a good idea, right? Or is it mean? But I would give them so much love. Or I just keep the wildlife wild out here. Everything is good.
Wait, you start getting Nicole, you start getting pets though, and that means you're like committing more. Like, when are you coming back?
I know.
Not with tortoises though. They're not like dogs.
Right? I feel like if I could put them in someone else's garden after. Except not just drop them, but like someone else is gonna want them.
Right.
With your weights. Roll the shoulder blades down. Sit up tall. And then roll back halfway, and you press your arms forward and sit back up tall. Press. And lift. So your arms reach forward like you have a tortoise in either hand, push it forward and then bring it back in. Because I couldn't bring it back to New York, right? Right, why not? Why couldn't they live in my Brooklyn apartment? And then hold the weights outside the shoulder blades down, draw the abs in, and bend and straighten. I mean, people take their pets on the plane, and I'm just traveling with 2 tortoises. I feel like one time I saw something where a woman brought like a miniature pony on a flight, and it was sitting in the seat. And I think I maybe said that in class one time. One time, extend the arms all the way out. Hold, we turn the palms toward each other, and bend the right elbow, and bend left. And then right, and then left. Hold it away from the ears. One more time, single arm. Turn both arms down. Roll all the way down to the mat. Inhale, stretch the arms back. Exhale, hands over the shoulders. Roll up halfway, turn the palms towards each other, widen the collarbone. So big, huge space in between the hands and the body. Hinge the arms open, and then a big hug around. Inhale, open my arms for all the Pilates Hotties, and then squeeze around you guys. Inhale and exhale, hollowing out your center. Make sure that the elbows are a little bit higher than the wrists, but lower than the shoulders. 3. One more time, and hold it open, and little lift. Lift. Lift your elbows a little bit, drop your shoulders, lift the elbows. Elbows are higher than the wrists, I know. And last one, bring it back to center, sit up tall, dive your arms backwards. And then lean your body forward and just press the weights in. Press it in. In. Collarbone is wide. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it, and then lift the arms up, up, up. Lift and lengthen out of your pelvis. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. So the arms back forward, place one weight down, knee on your hands and knees. Don't you guys love that my knee is healed? I'm like, let's be on our knees. Heel itch is not perfect, but send the weight into the right hand, send the arm back, and tap it down. Back and tap down. Now it's in the left toes out onto the mat, just square your hips. And then lift the left leg up. And just keep the leg in place. And then fold the arm up and in place. And then bend the knee, bend the elbow, and extend. Bend the knee, bend the elbow, and extend. Bend, extend, bend, extend, hold. And then keep that leg long and do a tiny little circle. Stirring it around. Firming the glute, keeping the hips still. Get the arm up a little bit higher, reverse it. So everything is still, only the leg is moving. Wrap the ribs in, and last one, and bring that all the way back down. Pass the weight over to the left hand. We'll just start with sweeping the arm back and down. Sweep the arm back and down. And then you extend the right leg out, square the hips, and then you lift the leg firmly up. Wrap the ribs into the body. And then last one, hold. Bend the knee, bend the elbow. Extend. Knee in, extend. Trying to keep your knee up in line with the hip. And then extend arm and leg, hold for the hips, shoulder abs in, and little tiny circle around and around. Send the shoulders away from the ears and reverse. Long neck. And then bring it all the way back center. And bring that all the way back down. Let's do a quick little set of fire hydrants on each side. So hands underneath your shoulders, side the shoulders underneath the ears. I don't even know what I just said. Hands under your shoulders, side your shoulders away from your ears. And then the left side, just sweep up and lower. Lift up and down. Lift. And then as you lift, we're now going to kick the leg out. Kick in, bend, and down. We lift. Extend, in, and down. You also could be on your forearms. So if your wrists are feeling any kind of way, you could be on your forearms. Your neck is long. The next one, keep the leg up, hold it, flex the foot, and little tiny kick, press, 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 for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, we bend the knee, bring it all the way back down. Sweeping the right leg up and down, sweep out and down, sweep out and down, lift. And lift. Now hold the lift, extend, bend, sweep down. We sweep up, extend, in, and down, sweep, extend. After this, we're going to be coming into our plank kneel, FYI. And Neil's going to have our plank story. And the next one stays up and out. Flex the foot and keep out. Okay. Keep the leg up a little bit higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, sit up all the way back in. Press back, take your child's pose. So a quick little stretch here. Reach the arms a little bit longer forward. Or it's your sip of water time like myself. Sweating crazy here. And then we're gonna come up, and we're gonna come into whatever plank you would like to meet in, whether it's on your forearms or on your hands, on your knees for some support, whatever is feeling good for this morning. But we're gonna set up for a good posture. So if it's on your forearms, elbows underneath, otherwise on your hands, we're gonna extend the legs long. Draw the abs up and in and kneel. I hope you're off mute and it's your turn.
Work became a distraction. The thing we did between time together. We talked over leisurely walks and meals that seemed short but went on for hours. We debated the merits of every Stevie Wonder album before doing the same with Marvin Gaye. Every day brought small discoveries. I was a Cubs fan, he liked the White Sox. I loved mac and cheese, he couldn't stand it. He liked dark, dramatic movies, and I was all in for rom-coms. He was a lefty with immaculate handwriting. Mine was a heavy right-hand scrawl. In the month before he went back to Cambridge, we shared every memory of childhood follies, teenage blunders, and starter romances. Barack spent a lot of time in churches as a community organizer, which left him with an appreciation for organized religion, but he remained less traditional. Marriage, he told me early on, struck him as unnecessary and overhyped. 3, 2, 1.
Downward dog. Lift the sits bones high, pedal the knees out, let the head be heavy. And then we'll begin to gently walk your hands towards your toes. You can have a micro bend in your knees. Seeing that your feet are hip-width apart. Let everything go for a moment. Let it just hang out. And then setting up for our awesome posture from the ground up. We're going to pop and do one quick little balance. Let the head be heavy as you use your abs to roll yourself up. Vertebra by vertebra. Until the head is the last thing that lifts. All the way up to standing tall. Feet underneath your pelvis. Hands against your hip. Draw your abs in, roll your shoulders down, we'll float the right leg up any amount. And just noticing, how did it feel at the beginning of class? And how does it feel now that the abs are super activated? Do you feel like you have a little more stability? And then place that foot back down on the ground. Other side, abs up, or abs in, pull the leg up. Wrapping the ribs in. And lower. Connecting down through the ground, get longer and taller, take one more big inhale up. And exhale. Thanks for coming to Pilates Hotties. How's everybody feeling? You good? Okay, did you feel like you see how, I mean, hopefully you can see from the beginning when your abs aren't turned on to after, how is your